Hello everybody, we are going to be working on page 4 in our module today, module 6, lesson 1, first lesson in this module. We're going to be working with decimals and connecting decimals with fractions. We're going to represent these two in various ways, going into fraction form and decimal form. So let's begin. What I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in here, and we're going to zoom in to this problem. And you can see you want to write the length of the bug in centimeters. Drawing is not to scale. So we have here a bug, and we have zoomed in here. We have, it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it looks like this is broken into tenths. This is broken into tenths. And the ladybug, her head is, boom, let's see, yeah, right there, right? So it looks like it falls on 1 tenth, 2 tenths, 3 tenths, 4 tenths, 5 tenths. So we have 5 tenths here. That's where the ladybug falls. So let me zoom in. Let me zoom out. Too bad that line doesn't stay there. All right. Boom. So we can see that the ladybug is at 5 tenths. So what is the fraction form? Well, we know that it is 5 tenths of a centimeter. What is the decimal form? We're still going to say 5 tenths in decimal form. Not 0.5, but 5 tenths. How far does the bug need to walk before its nose is at the 1 centimeter mark? Well, let's zoom back in. Let's zoom back into this problem, and we have 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, and 5/5. We have 5 tenths left. Let me do that over again. So we have 1 tenth, 2 tenths, 3 tenths, 4 tenths, 5 tenths left. And I want us to also put that in decimal form. So 5 tenths and 5 tenths. All right, let's continue to work in filling in the blanks to make the sentences true in both fraction form and decimal form. So we are going to work with, I'll do the first one for you, 8 tenths of a centimeter plus, and we have an area here, and it equals 1 centimeter. So I know that I have to go 2 tenths. 8 tenths plus 2 tenths equals 1 centimeter. So when we're discussing decimal form, I will say 2 tenths as a decimal. So a decimal form. I want to refrain from saying 0.2. I want us to really understand number sense. So when I say decimal form, know that when I say 2 tenths, it looks like this as a decimal. So 2 tenths as a decimal form. Okay, let's do one more. We have 2 tenths as a fraction, so 2 tenths centimeters, and we have 1 centimeter to complete. So I know that this is going to be 8 tenths. And decimal form, we have 0 and 2 tenths, and we have 1 hole here that we need to fit. So our decimal form is going to be 0 and 8 tenths. 0 and 8 tenths. Okay, I want you to complete C and D on your own. So complete C and D on your own, making sure to focus on fraction form and decimal form, representing both. All right, let's get into it. We have 6/10 here, and I need to get to 1 whole. So my fraction, I'm going to add 4/10 of a centimeter to make 1 whole. So if I did 6/10 plus 4/10, that equals 10/10, which is a whole. I have 0 and 6/10. I need to get to 1 whole. What decimal form do I need? I need 0 and 4/10 to get to 1 whole. So if we add these decimals up, I am going to get 0, bring the decimal down, bundle, and we have 1 whole. All right. Now that we've gone into 4 and 5, let's go to the very bottom to 6. And what I really enjoy about this one is we're going to be matching each amount expressed in unit form to its equivalent fraction in decimal form. So I'll do the first one for you. So when I have 5/10, I need to find the fraction. So this matches up. And I need to find the decimal form, 0 and 5/10. And I can see that this matches up. So I want you to do the rest. So we've done 3/10 and 5/10 already. I want you to try 6/10, 9/10, and 2/10. And find its decimal form. All right, let's go with 6/10. The fraction is 6/10, and my decimal is 0 and 6/10. Let's go with 9/10. This is my fraction 9/10, and my decimal is 0 and 9/10. And let's finish with 2/10. My fraction is 2/10, and my decimal is going to be 0 and 2/10. So there we go. That is the lesson for today. I hope that you learned something new. This first lesson is really a nice beginning lesson for us to be able to solve. So if you are finished, go on to Reflex. And good job today with representing fraction form to decimal form.